Hello and welcome back to Candy's Crafty Closet. So we are working on our flower journal again, and I think I inadvertently discovered a new way to put together my journals. So usually I, start going through it and I find my little paper scraps. I put out all my paper scraps, which I don't have much of anymore. But I put out all my paper scraps and I start seeing what I can make tags of, what I can make pockets of, stuff like that. And then I work page by page, and then by the time I get to the back of it, I have hardly any paper. So I went through and I placed my stuff because I wanted this video to go a little faster. So I went and placed some things where I want to put them, and I was able to move stuff around, which was nice. And I can still, change my mind on a couple things if I would like them. And I also, with my scraps, I went through and I made some of these little pool tags, which I think I'm going to go make some more because I have some scraps that are big enough that will match the papers that I can put on my little tags and stuff too. So we're going to add those in at some point. Okay. So, I'll show you what I came up with and maybe show you a couple of different versions of tucks and pockets and stuff that you could do for your own journals. So this one here is a die cut that I got off of the Temu, of course. Where else would I get it? And you just fold it along the little perforated line that it gives you. Right there, and then we can glue that down, and that becomes a pocket that kind of stands off, and you can put something here, here, and here. And then here, my birds aren't going the right way, but it's okay. I was going to do just a simple pocket along the bottom. Here, I was going to do a belly band. We're going to round the corners on this. Here, we were going to do a deep pocket, but then I remembered that most of my cards are small, so I think we might split this and make this a two-tiered pocket here, just where we can get a little bit more lift on some cards. And I'm leaving some pages just blank where whoever gets this can write. This one here is just going to be a little corner. And then I left it open. I didn't go all the way to the edge where it'll be open like that. This one, I was running out of paper. I didn't have enough of this, so I went and pulled some that I could use, and this rose gold was similar, so I figured I could do that and kind of tone it down a little bit with a paper scrap. I should have made it a little bit bigger, but I was running so low. That we just need to glue down and it will be a pocket, or we could leave it as a flap that you could open up and write something there, but it's not very wide, so I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to make it a pocket. And then here, oh no, it was supposed to go here. This still had the branding strip on the top of it, and it was a perfect little card size, but I was like, we could make a little flip. And that has a pretty flower right there because it's the other side of the branding strip. So I figured that would be a super easy one. I need to round the corners of that one as well. And then here, I folded one pocket up where you could see how it's going to look. I'm going to do layered pockets there with our little tags. Same thing, just glue that one down. I left this page blank because it's beautiful. I want to keep it just the way it is. This here we made from just cutting down our paper, but like I said, those pockets are the tags we have that I cut down from this collection. They're not very big. So look, it's going to be completely hidden. So I think I'm going to end up probably cutting these pockets down, and I could shape them any way I want. We still have options with that. And we have our envelope. We're going to do 2 more pockets here, but we're going to space them. And then that will become a tuck. Same here. We're going to figure out what we want to do with this extra. And then this, all the little sides fold in as well, just like those other pockets, and it will go right here at the end. I thought that was really pretty paper. Even though it wasn't the same, I think it'll be good to end on. And I have all these bits. Do I want to look through the bits right now, or do I want to just do my pockets? I want to do my pockets. So I try to go in phases where the journals don't take me forever, because I notice that with my such small desk, if I have all of my things, like if I have all of my bits out, all of my ribbons that I would put on top of the tags, everything like that out, it's just too much. So if I go in phases and I like, you know, do all of the cover and then do all of the pages and then I do all the pockets and then I go through and put in all of the paper implements that I want, all of my tags and stuff. Then I go through and I decorate it. And then I go through and I put in all of my ribbons and little pulls and stuff on the tops. That's usually my process. So let's get to gluing and see where this takes us and see how much time we actually get. Because the baby is currently sleeping. I have one on the iPad in the kitchen. Or we don't have an iPad. We're not fancy. And we don't like iPad or Apple products. They're on some kind of tablet thing in the kitchen. And then my little girl, she is upstairs with her mama. My mother-in-law lives with us, which is very lucky. And so during nap time, if I want to come down here and nothing else is going on. Oh, and then the other child is with Daddy at a birthday party. And the other children all have bronchitis, so they couldn't go. So that's where all the children's are. Very lucky though that they can go upstairs and be with Mama when I need some time to do this. See, look, and that's going to be standing off a little bit more than I would like. So we're going to use our bone folder. Bone. I have to like concentrate to say bone. I think we're going to call it a squish it. We're going to, or smush it. We need to come up with a different name for the bone folder, because my mouth does not want to say that. It just doesn't. Okay, and this, I almost, in another journal, I needed just like a fraction of a little bit more paper, so I almost think that I want to do that on this. Let me get one of those cards. Where are they? Because if we did another strip, no, I think that's good. Because of the cards, we are going to round the corners. I have dropped my small corner rounder underneath my desk. So no small corner rounds today. I was going to do an angle cut on this. So I marked it. And I guess you could, doing these pockets, you know, like this, you could do the little bit of extra paper and fold it over, just like the die cuts give you that scored edge, but you don't have to. It would give you more room in your pocket though. So if you ever want a puffy pocket to hold more stuff, you could do, you know, the edges like for that die. And now this is not a very interesting piece of paper, but we're going to put pages and stuff in this, so it's going to pretty it up. And I thought that, you know, since this was so pretty, we would keep this one simple. And we're probably going to do some decorating up there. Okay, this for our belly band. Now, belly bands are so tough in journals because you have to have something that can actually, you know, go in it and be able to peek around it. So I made this one thinner than I usually go. And actually, I made it just a smidge, not long enough. It's okay. We're going to go with it. And I blew my mind the other day by putting a belly band off center. Oh my god. Kid, did you know you can do belly bands off center? Yeah. You can do it, you know, like closer this way. You can do a double belly band. I did that in my travel journal. Yeah, blow my mind myself. Oh, well, no, we're not putting it over there. We're not. We're putting it here. Crookedy, it's gonna be crookedy. Is that straight? Straight enough. Okay. And then this, way too big. Way too big. So I think we need to make a double pocket, and then we can get some lift out of it. So how tall are you? About 3.5, so we need to go to 1.5. And I'll show you how to do a stacked pocket. Oh, those don't match, but it's okay. Alright, now let's round these corners. Just, should we have done it the other way? Welp, we just figured out what our, I guess it doesn't matter, we can still change our mind. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. My mind is thinking faster than my mouth. We're going to go ahead and round all 4 corners. I'm going to show you how you can make a stacked pocket. Okay, so you decide which paper you want to be your top. Oh, I kind of like it. You know, the words on either side. This paper is a teeny bit too long, I think. Are we too long? It's going to be right to the edge. Right to it. I think we need to take a smidgen off of these. Keeps pushing my bottom paper out. Me. Watch that be too much now because I had to do it multiple times. Okay, corner rounders, and you can make them as far apart as you want, and you can either leave it's like that, and you can make them as far apart as you want, and you can move it up and down. You could do a totally separate pocket way up here. And you can either leave the bottom of it open, or you can glue it where you can, you know, have cards that don't go as deep. And that's what we're going to do because we have so many of those small cards. So I think I want to do it this way. Oh no, I don't like those 2 flowers. I don't like those 2 together. Why didn't I notice it when it was the other way? The words break up that flower. Okay, I like it like that. Play around with your papers until you get them the way that you want them. I want them like this. And then I have found it is easier to glue them together and then put them on the page together, and then instead of trying to glue this one and then hope you do it in the right spot and then glue this one, and then you've got, you know, pockets sticking out of your bottom. So we are going to do that. We want it like this. Get them even as possible, and hope you do it right. And then glue in between the 2. Just on the very edge. And let that stick together. And same down here. Whoop. We made it askew. Let's put it back down on our table. First bit of glue on the new cutting mat. Let's get it off. Don't wipe it on your clothes. I'm so bad about that. No matter what I'm wearing, I just like, meh, right on my clothes. Doesn't matter. I obviously don't care about my clothes that much, I guess. That does not look straight. Well, it's what we've got now. Okay, now we're going to glue it to our page. Line of glue. Line of glue. And we are sealing this pocket. So line of glue. And I'm going not right to the edge because I don't want it to squish out and then fuse this pocket closed. Okay. Get to the edge of our page. So I was flipping through some of the first pages, not even journals, just pages that I started placing together when I first started doing this. And, you know, I wanted to do the junk journals, and they were junky. They had tea-dyed paper and all kinds of extra little bits added in. But I don't have a ton of that paper. And so I had to find versions that I could do with the paper I had, and that's how I came up with the kind of journals I do, I think. Because they're beautiful, but they're not the junk journals. They're just a different style. And I realized that even though the style is different, does not mean that it's bad, you know? Don't bury it in that one, Jesus. What are we doing? Okay. We're not fused to that one. That's all that matters. So now we can have cards there, gently now, and we can have cards there. Boom. We like that. Okay, skip a few pages. And we are to this one here. We were going to put you here, I believe. Yep. And that one, we are not gluing on this corner, so I'm going to hold that corner. And we're going to go down. And just those two sides. And then hold the edge of our page. And if you're afraid of like gluing the next page, you're doing something crazy, you can always get something to put in between your pages. Like I keep this packaging right here. You can always use that where you don't get it on your next page. I need to remember to do that more often, actually. Okay, and also we've come to our first envelope flap. Shoe, we have to decide, are we going to make it a flap or are we going to leave it? I love the gold, and so I think I want them to be able to journal on either side. So I think I'll probably put some decorations on this side. This one we are just simply placing like that. So hold the side we are not gluing. Beep, 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 beep. That is what plays in my head when I glue. I didn't mean for that to come out, but that's what I hear is beep, 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 beep. Because it's just, you know, firing out your little glue. Pew, pew, pew. Here, let's put our little protection down. Get to the edge, line her up, and squish her down. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Don't unline it. There. You're not aggressive with your paper. Move out the way. Okay. I'm still coming off of my sickness too, but I feel like I got over it way faster than my kids, which that is a blessing. Because there's nothing harder than taking care of sick kids when you are dying sick yourself. It sucks. And then just press that there. And then we'll be able to have tags here, tags there. This one, I think we're going to round the corners before we put it down. And I hope this shows you like what you've made some decisions about what you want to do, and if you do it in a phase kind of way, how fast it can come together. Because gosh, it was taking me forever to do them when I was doing a page at a time, like fully decorating the whole page before I moved on. It was awful. So this way, can I get both? Kinda, yeah, okay. So this way, I can just get it done a lot faster, and also, I don't know, it just works with the way my brain works. And that is always the best way to do something, is the way that works for your brain, because no one can tell you differently about how your brain should be working. They're not in there. Nope. And glue that down intentionally. We're going to round these corners as well, just where it's pretty. And then glue this down. My brain wanted to say varnish. We gotta get it varnished, but this is not varnish. It's just a bit of glue, some art glitter. Alright, I can't do this without getting over it, so I'm gonna bring it down. You might see the top of my head for a moment. Straight enough. Straight enough. Right? And then you've got your little flap that you can journal on the back of or under. Pretty, pretty. Let's see, where's our doilies? Where's our other doily? Did we not put a doily in this section? We did not. Is this our first doily? I guess it is. Okay. So now we have to decide, are we gluing down our doily or are we going to leave it free? I think we're going to glue down this one and then the other one we're going to leave free. So I'm just going to start from about right here and do a very, very thin bead of glue because this paper absorbs it quickly, and then I'm not pressing on my glue, but I'm just smearing out that line that I just did. And we're going to lay that down and see it's only stuck to right there, so you can still get your stuff in there. It's so pretty. Okay, so this doily, I think we're just gonna leave it loose for now. That's what my brain's telling me to do. Loose for now. Leave you some options at the end. And if you can't figure out what to do for a page, leave it for the end. As long as you still have paper that has, the same tones, you can add as much or as little to your journals as you want. And that is another thing about like this not being a junk journal. You can add as much or as least, or less. I was like, what is this word I'm looking for? To your journal as you want. You does not have to follow someone else's preconception of what your journal should look like. Now, I'm not going to be able to put these like this. I'm going to put them on the page. I'm just trying to think, do I want it stacked? Or do we want them staggered? Like this? Could we get away if we put this one all the way to the corner and then put this one there? That one would have to fall about there, because now I'm worried about layering them with the extra layers of the tabs, Sure, I could cut them off and then I'd be able to stack them just fine. But let's think outside the box. And look how perfectly this die fits that tag. Perfect. And it wouldn't hit the top of the page. I think we're going to do that. Give some interest, right? Or I could do boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Like that. Do we like that better? I think I do. I think I do. Okay. So let's do this one first. And them having these little tabs, we're going to make it where we can put more in. Oh, let's get our protection page. Don't want to ruin our pretty vellum. And if you did not see the video where I started this journal, I went through picking out the pages, how that process works in my brain, and then we made our cover for our journal, or not our cover, because the cover's kind of bare. I guess no, we did. Yeah, we made the cover for this journal. And then I showed you binding in the pages as well. So if you would like to see any of those videos, you can go back and I will have those in a playlist for you. I wondered when I first started doing this, why are there not any channels doing start to finish journals? Because it's hard. It's freaking hard. And it takes a lot longer than you would think. It's not a 30-minute do, you know? It's a lot harder than you would previously think. That down. They're a little bit too up. Okay. Before we lay this one down, let's go ahead and moose you. I do love Mulan. Don't want them flying about. That was another thing in the journals that I did previously. A lot of stuff was loose. Gosh, I was being shysty with that glue. But also I was using school glue. And I don't think it holds as well. Especially over time. Okay. I feel like I have to hold my breath when I'm doing these things. Oh, it's serious. Oh gosh. We should have put that one further over. Now I almost want to stagger. Shoot. We've already done it now. Are we going to be able to live with it? Don't stick down yet. Don't touch it. Do we want it there? Or should we just bring it over here? See, now I've got to bring it over here. Dang it. Boo hiss. Boo hiss. If anyone knows where that comes from, please let me know. Because my family started saying that years ago. No idea where it comes from. Boo hiss. I think it's just like, oh, to me it just sounds like disgust. I don't even have words for you. Boo hiss. Oh my gosh. You don't fit. Instant down. I know we've got cards that fit. Because this one fits. Right? It fit. It fit, dang it. Will you fit? Oh. We might have to trim some of these down. Because I use these pockets in 2 different spots. More boo-hiss. I could use those. There's that pretty one. I'm going to use the cards. There's so many of them. We're going to have to trim some down. We're going to make it work. Because that one is perfect. That was my model. I should have picked a bigger. That's what's wrong with the world. People thinking everyone's the same and you went with too small of a model. Dang it. I apologize. It feels like this is coming together quickly, and then I'm going to watch this back and be like, you've been in here for an hour. What the hey? Okay. Oh, get back over there. We can get our spring on later. Okay. pretty page. And then what do we want to do here? Kind of just want to swoop it. Like, but because these cards are so small, you can't see it at all. That rhymed. Do we want to make another double pocket to give more real estate for more cards? We totally could. Let's make another pocket up here. Let's do that. I haven't done that in one yet. I tried to go same concepts for most of them, but also let's not get so caught up in, you know, like what it is and making it exact every time, because then you get in a rut. And I'm glad going through those old journals, I saw how messy, you know, you can be and how beautiful that mess can be, if that makes any sense. So don't put yourself in a bubble. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, let's see if we're even going to be able to round this corner. Oh yeah, just barely. Oh, that's not the right shape. Let's see. It's one thing about it being bound. You are a little limited on stuff like this. If it wasn't bound yet, I would have been able to do that no problem. I think I just heard my baby cough. I'm gonna have to go check on him. See, I want to drop these on the floor because that's usually what I do, but I'm trying to stay in frame. Oh yeah, I didn't show adding in that envelope, but I made that one night and it was just so pretty. I had to put it in this journal, and I don't know if it matches completely. I'm hoping once I put other stuff in it will, but it had birds and I wanted to bring some birds into this one since the other one's going to be heavy butterfly. So let's just seal that up. And because we left that little stitch off of this page like I showed you in that other video, it lays perfectly in my, I don't know, away from my strings. I have enough room. Okay, and now let's do this one. I want that to be the top of my pocket. Not the other side. I want the flowers on top. We want to see them flowers. I guess if it's not a BBB, it's a na-na-na. I think we want to put you about right here-ish. I'm just going to put my fingers up against the edge, or I can press the paper up against and line it up. And then press that down. I almost forgot we glued the bottom of that. Like, why is it getting shiny right there? We glued it. We glued it. You were there. It happened. So now, oop. My husband's home with the oldest. So now we have a pocket there and there. I like it. Our envelope. Skip ahead. Now we only did 2 pockets on this page. I think that's better because 3 threw my head in. We were just having a time with that. It just didn't seem logical. Why would we do that to ourselves? Too many options. Okay. How often do y'all go through your craft rooms? Like, and put your hands and your eyeballs on all your stuff, you know? Like, actually flip through all your paper, flip through all your stickers, and all that stuff. Because I do that often because I have ADD, and object permanence is a thing. I mean, I'm not diagnosed ADD. I self-diagnosed me. I'm pretty sure I got it. But I forget about things, and so if I don't go through my space often and look at all my collections, and also I just like doing it. I just like touching my stuff. It sounds weird, but I do. I like touching my stuff. Sorry, I can't talk and line up at the same time, apparently. But if I don't go through and I touch it often, I forget what I got. And I forget what I wanted to do. It like, you know, reminds me of projects that I wanted to do and stuff. Oh, I love going through my project pages. The pretty pages make me happy. Just notice my nails are atrocious from doing garden work earlier. And not making sure I scrub my nails well enough. If my nails ever look a mess, it's probably because I was in the garden right before doing this. Because when the children get busy and I can like get a minute, I'm like, okay, run, feed chickens, harvest all the things, make lunch, 5 minutes for yourself, hopefully. We're going to draw a line up. Oh, we don't want it too high. About right here. Should we go there? Right there. But yeah, how often do you go through your craft rooms and put eyes on your stuff? Or do you just know every stamp that you ever bought? Do you just have that kind of memory? Because good for you. Not me. And that doily's just so pretty. I think I want to leave it loose on both accounts. We're leaving it loose. This we are going to glue down to make a pocket. This is the other side of our envelope. It would be like the flap that closes it. I'm just going to bring it up. Oh, I didn't want to bring it up that high. Bring it up just a little on there. It doesn't completely seal that bottom, but it gives it just enough to hold. But if we, you know, went all the way up, then we couldn't get things in there. Oh, I didn't put too much glue. I mean, it does dry clear, but you can see where it was. Now we have this one here. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? I think I'm gonna do my angle that I wanted to do. So instead of winging it like I usually do, we're gonna draw it out. Man, I should have winged it. That was a pretty good angle. Cutting and drawing are different dilemmas, though. Oop. Okay, let's see if we like that edge. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And even though it will be too high here, I can put one there and you'll be able to see. Alrighty. So what we have to do is go up one side of this. Boom. Pocketa made. Protect your paper. Boom. Shakalaka. We're done. Oh no. We have one packet left. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe how fast this went together. I think I'm going to do this more often. Yep. Yep, cut some stuff out first. I went through my dies. I was like, I'm going to use those, you know. Certain ones. Cut out pages for whatever size I had, because there wasn't much. And then winged it with the rest. But place your stuff first where you can move it around. Oh my god, what a concept. Okay, you can see this piece of paper wasn't quite big enough. You can see this flap is bigger than this one. It wasn't quite wide enough. But it's okay. It's still going to work because that part's going to be glued to our paper. And I love that these already had the little like cutout for your finger pull. I like this die. Don't ask me how much it was from Temu. Couldn't have been more than $5. I don't like to pay more than $5 for anything. We should have done our bone folder. So since this doesn't go, you know, the full length of this, I think I'm going to go middle instead of all the way to the side. I think that will look better. We are still going to go to the edge of our pink paper. Right to the very edge. And then press down. Where is our bone folder? We have lost it. We put him back. It's not straight on that paper. Because that paper must not have been straight. Oh well. Can't have max perfection. Would make people jealous. Okay. I like that. I like that. I hate the gap, but I like it. We can work with it. Look, that quickly, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but we have pockets. We have options of putting things right there. We have so many things added in to our journal, and I'm very surprised we did not glue down but one doily. Very surprised. But yeah, I really like where it's going so far. If you want to see us start decorating this, and we need to put this piece of paper on to finish the spine. Oh my god, did we cut it? Oh no! Did we cut our piece of paper for our spine? Oh, when we were doing our scraps! Scrappy doo-dah! Jesus. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're gonna figure that out another day. That's a problem for another day. So we are literally going to put a pin in it and think about that another day. Well, we might need to look at some ribbon. Bye.